Hey guys, so a while back I had a comment from a subscriber that asked me if I could share how you make hard-boiled eggs in an air fryer. I didn't even know you could do that. I had never heard of that, so that got me thinking. I thought I'm gonna look for other things that you may not be obvious that you can make in the air fryer. Now it may be obvious to some people, but maybe just not to others, especially those who are new to air fryers like myself. I mean, I've had mine for over a year, but there's still things that I just would never think to air fry. That being an egg. I had no idea you could do that. So I started digging around Pinterest looking for some unusual things that you may want to cook in the air fryer. Again, this may not be unusual for some people, but they were all to me. So I'm actually going to do this using my new air fryer that I received to try out. This is a really large air fryer. So now I'll have two large air fryers and a small one. The small one I don't use very often anymore, and I really did want another large one. That way, if I wanted to do two different things while I'm cooking dinner, I don't have to wait for one to be over. And that's how much I use my air fryer, you guys. I use it to make my complete dinners. So I am going to start doing more air fryer recipes. I get a lot of requests for them. So I'm going to show you this new air fryer. I'm going to show you some kind of unusual or things that you didn't know you could air fry. So let's get into the video. So I am going to be sharing with you 5 different air fryer recipes. I will have all of the links down in the description box, plus a link for this air fryer. It will be down there as well if you want to pick one up for yourself. So let's get to the first thing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is baked potatoes. I saw a thing on Pinterest that you can make baked potatoes in the air fryer. I've never done it before. I typically do these in the Instant Pot if I want it done quickly, but if you want the skin crispy, you have to do it in the oven, and I do like to eat the skin. So they say in the air fryer it makes the skin crispy. These are kind of smaller ones. I'm going to do a sweet potato and a regular potato. And these are kind of smaller. The larger ones it says to do for 45 to 50 minutes, which would be the same as the oven. So I guess the advantage of the air fryer is you don't have to heat up your house, and if you have the oven already being used for something else, then you have your air fryer you can use these for. So you don't have to pierce them either like you do, so it kind of makes me nervous. It says piercing is not necessary. So I washed these up really well, and then I'm going to spray them with some cooking spray and then put some salt on them. I'm preheating my air fryer right now. Some air fryers you don't have to preheat. Just make sure you look at your instructions to see if you have to preheat them. This new air fryer I have, you do have to preheat them. So it's preheating right now, and then we'll go ahead and put the potatoes in. So I'm just gonna spray these with some cooking spray, and then I'll put some salt on them. Okay, so it's preheated, so be very careful because this one's gonna be hot. And you want to just stick your potatoes in here. And it does say rotate them halfway through, so we're going to set it for 15 minutes. So we're at 400 degrees. And we'll do 15 minutes and let that go, and then I'll rotate them, and then we'll put it in for another 15 minutes. So it's time to rotate these. And they didn't blow up, so that's a good thing, because I feel like I was really nervous about not piercing the skin. So I'm gonna put these in for another 15 minutes. Okay, so they are all done. I kind of let them cool a little bit so I can handle them. So this is 30 minutes for this size of ones. So I'm gonna, well, obviously the sweet potato is done. I don't want to cut them open yet because I want to use them later in the week. Yeah. They're definitely done. The fork is going through easily. The sweet potato, probably less time on the sweet potato. The recipe I saw was only for regular potatoes. It wasn't for sweet potatoes. So definitely though, the sweet potato is done. This is done. So definitely a success. You can make baked potatoes in your air fryer, and the skin is crispy, and yay. So that is item number 1. So let's go on to the next thing I'm going to show you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is a grilled cheese. So I have 2 slices of bread here, have some butter, and I have a couple slices of cheese. So it says to butter the bread, put the slices in there, then cook it on 4 minutes on each side at 390 degrees. So we're going to do that. Okay, so we're going to put it in. I'm going to do it for 4 minutes and then flip it over and do it for another 4 minutes at 390 degrees. Okay, so time to flip. It looks like it came off a little bit. Okay, 4 more minutes. Okay, it's all done. Okay, so first impression is crispy. It's actually super crispy. So I can tell you right now, and it's definitely melted a little bit. It's not melted a whole lot, but I can definitely tell you right now that I would like this because I like mine really crispy, but my husband would hate this because he likes his to be kind of softer on the edge and then kind of not quite as crispy as this. But maybe if you did it less than 4 minutes on each side. But this side didn't get quite as cooked as this side, but I think this concept could work. And I think in this air fryer, because this is a 5.8 quart air fryer, I'm pretty sure, yeah, definitely, you could fit 2 of these in here. So definitely, that's why I love this huge air fryer basket. 5.8 quarts, you guys, that's amazing. Believe me, if you were just starting out in the air fryer world, my first advice would be definitely to go for big. Go for big, unless you're just a single person or only 2 people in your family, then go ahead and go for a smaller one. But if you're a family of 3 or more, definitely go for the bigger air fryer. In the long run, it'll be the best investment because you will want to use this thing for everything. So let's go on to the next item I'm going to show you. Okay, so the next thing we're going to make is going to be croutons. So I have 3 slices of day-old bread here. I don't know if you're supposed to use day-old bread, but that's what I had. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of this olive oil. And then I'm going to mix that around and add on some garlic powder and some onion salt. I don't know what the original recipe called for as far as spices, but this is just what I'm choosing to do with the spices. So I'm going to get all that ready to go and I'll show you what we do next. And we're going to cook these for 4 to 7 minutes is what the recipe says, which seems very vague to me. But it does say to toss them halfway through. So I think I'll have to put it on for 3 minutes and then I'll shake it. So anytime that you're doing anything with like frozen French fries or anything that's small like this, you can shake it in between to shake the basket. So I'll show you that. But so I'm going to do it for 3 minutes and then we'll shake it and then we'll do another 3 minutes after that. Okay, so the first 3 minutes is up. Ooh, they're already nice and toasty. So to shake them, you literally just go like this, shake them. So I think because they're so crispy already, I'm gonna only put them in for like maybe 2 more minutes, and that's it. Okay, they are all done, and so maybe they cooked a little bit longer, so I think it's gonna be having to be testing it, but you guys, these are so crispy, just like croutons. I mean, I'm sure, like I said, you can make these in your oven, but I feel like this is just a lot quicker. You don't have to turn your oven on. I love this. So I will definitely be doing my croutons this way. And I feel like you could probably save on the smart point value and the calories if you use cooking spray versus maybe the olive oil. So I may try that next and see how those work out. But you guys, definitely croutons in the air fryer, a success. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this air fryer because a lot of you, I get a ton of messages about air fryers, if they're worth the price, if they are like one of my #1 appliances, and I can say yes and yes. I love my air fryer, as I've said throughout this video. So this one particular one is the OMORC, so I don't know if it's OMORC, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Anyway, what I love about this air fryer, besides the huge 5.8 quart basket, which I showed you guys and talked about, definitely, again, highly recommend a larger basket. So it also has some presets, which is really nice. So you just press the push button, press the memory button, and then it has like fries, there's like steaks, there's shrimp, there's cakes, and it just takes the guesswork out of what temperature to do. And now this comes with the recipe book and tells you instructions, of course, how to use it. But it's really nice because when you're first getting an air fryer, you're not sure what temperature to put things on. So this definitely takes the guesswork out of that. Now, to preheat your air fryer, which is what I'm going to do right now, you just press the temperature button, put it on the temperature that you want it. This particular recipe is 400. You press the timer button, and then you want to go down to 3 minutes, and then you want to preheat your air fryer for 3 minutes at the temperature you want to cook your item, and then when it's all done, you just press push. When it's done, it'll stop, and then your air fryer is nice and preheated. So this next item, I have to tell you guys, I am probably the most excited to see how it works out. How many of you are like me and you're trying to rush around to get ready in the morning, and if you want to have some eggs or something for breakfast, but with eggs you have to stand there right over the stove and watch them the entire time. You know, so it's not like you can just put them on there and then go get dressed. You have to really kind of be there watching them. So this is like an omelet, which I think is going to be more like a frittata in the air fryer. So you could put it in your air fryer and then just walk away and go get the rest of your day, your morning started. So great. So in here I have 2 eggs. I'm going to add to that a 1/4 cup of fat-free, half and half. You can use any milk of your choice. I normally probably would have used almond milk because it would not add any extra points to this, but I only had vanilla almond milk and I didn't think that probably would taste very good. So I'm going to add in some red bell pepper, some green onion, and some spinach. So I'm just going to put all that in there. Some extra added seasoning. I'm going to do some onion, salt, and garlic powder. Okay, so next you want to get a oven-safe pan or dish or something that will fit in your air fryer. So since this is such a large basket, I was able to just use a small pie tin. But any kind of oven safe, if it's safe for your oven, you can put it in your air fryer. So I did spray it with cooking spray. So I'm just going to spread that all around, and then you want to put it in your air fryer at 350 degrees, and it says for 8 to 10 minutes. Of course, I'm going to start it out at like 6 minutes because I'm finding a lot of these recipes have a little bit extra time on them. So I think I'll do 6 minutes and see how it looks. Okay, so see, I just put it right inside my air fryer. This fit perfectly, but again, you could use a little bit of a smaller dish. I was going to use a little ramekin that I have, but I just thought this will fit. I wanted to see if it worked, and it did. Okay, so the first 6 minutes is up. Let's check it out. Let's see how done this is. I think the main thing is going to look in the middle. Yeah, you see it's still a little bit runny there in the middle. So I'm going to put it in for another 3 minutes, so that makes it 9 minutes because it said 8 to 10. So let's put it in for another 3 minutes. Okay, so 9 minutes and it is done. So this definitely works. It did stick a little bit, but again, like this was called an omelet, but honestly, like the only way to get it out of this is it's going to be more like a scramble. But yeah, it's all cooked through. So this would definitely work, and I like the idea of this. Again, like I said, if you're busy in the morning and you just want to be able to put it in there and forget about it, then there you go. And I think 9 minutes for this particular recipe works out perfect. And the last item is going to be the whole reason why I did this video, and that is going to be the eggs. So I have some eggs here, and depending on how cooked you want them is how long you want to do them. So I like mine completely cooked through, so I'm going to do mine for 15 minutes. That was the suggestion on there. You want to do 275 degrees. I believe reading, I think it was like soft boil, you do 10 minutes, medium 12, and then 15 for this. Have your ice bath ready, so I need to add some water to this because as soon as they get out of here, you want to put them into an ice bath. My choice of making hard-boiled eggs usually is the Instant Pot. Love it. Again, you can just put it in there, forget about it. And it takes probably about the same amount of time by the time you wait for it to build up with pressure. And I cook mine for 5 minutes, then you let it natural release for 5 minutes. So 15 minutes is probably almost exactly the same. So if you have an air fryer but don't have a pressure cooker, or even if you do but you're using it for something else, there is other options out there. So let's see how this works. We'll put it in here for 15 minutes at 275 degrees. Okay, so the eggs are done. Okay, I had one casualty, it looks like. One busted open. Ooh, these are hot. So I'm going to put these into my ice bath, and you're supposed to put them in there for 10 minutes. Okay, I kind of have my doubt that these are going to be cooked through. This is the one that broke, but we'll see. I'll wait 10 minutes and we'll see what they look like on the inside. Okay guys, moment of truth. So another thing I like about the pressure cooker, hard boiling the eggs in there, is that they peel really easy. So let's see if the air fryer is about the same. Okay, yes, it's peeling super easy. So yep, so that is good. So let me rinse this off and cut it in half, and we'll see what the inside looks like. Okay, they are done perfectly, so definitely this works, the hard boiling the eggs in the air fryer. Wow, so far every single one of these worked, and I am actually just really shocked that you can hard boil an egg in an air fryer. So I hope you enjoyed watching me try different recipes in the air fryer. Let me know if you want to see more air fryer recipes and give me some ideas down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out the description box for links to all the recipes and to this air fryer, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye guys.